We asked our community recently. We thought we'd share a couple of our favorites with you so that you can hear them and absorb them. And it might be that you've heard these things before, but we often have to hear the same message 10 times before it really sinks into the old noggin. So the one that I like from Bones a lot, just do something. Even if it's just one level or one mesh or one scribble on a paper, and don't think, how good will this be? Just figure it out along the way. I find myself sitting there thinking, it's not going to be very good, or I don't know how to do it, or I'll wait, or I'll just do a whole bunch of tutorials and think about it. And sometimes you only figure out how to do it by getting your hands dirty. And if you're not precious about it, I'm just going to make a character, I'm just going to sculpt a head, and it's going to look dumb, but I'm just going to do it. You just have to start and do something and not think so much about the grandiose picture. What's the game and the story and the mechanics and the marketing and how am I going to sell it? Don't worry about it. Just get a character running around. Just make a pixel on the screen. I love that advice. Just do something. Don't be precious about it. Don't worry whether it's good or bad or ugly. Just do something.
It's absolutely true, Rick. You know, the amount of time you spend hesitating before doing anything, and you suddenly the whole day's wasted. You haven't even put pen to paper. It's just, you want to just force yourself to get it down. For me, similarly off the back of that, Get Something Working First by Jody W has got me to actual working games that do things in jams every time. It means that I have my entire flow to uploaded build sorted pretty quickly. And it's super important. I find myself often falling into this trap where I'm so focused on how something looks, I'm so focused on the audio, I'm so focused on the, perfecting it as I go, that I don't end up with a sort of working build. There was a great analogy from a while back where when you're making a creative project, or especially when you're making a game, you're not trying to build a car from scratch. You've set out to build a car, but the first thing you want to build is a bicycle, or even a skateboard, or even a pair of rollerblades. And then when you've got a pair of rollerblades and you can roll around in them, then you move on to the next thing. Now I'm going to build a bike. Now I'm going to build a motorbike. Now I'm going to build a car, right? So it's about each step of the way you want to have a gameplay loop, right? You want to have something that's working and flowing, and that's some of the best advice I've received as well.
From CSF91, focus on one thing. People, including myself, tend to go on and off about things they'd like to implement, and while it's good to experiment, it can quickly put the project to a stop due to trying to do too many things at once or get into an experimentation rabbit hole. So true, I agree with that. I've seen that in my life a lot. If I look at game development, I see so many people will say, okay, I'm learning Unity and C# and I'm in Blender, I'm learning to make my own models, and I'm getting my, I'm making some sound effects, and I'm going to start with a platformer, but I'm also halfway through a puzzle game, and I've cut a couple of designs for this, and I'm also, I'm making an app and I'm building a website. It's like, whoo, no. That's not how you succeed. And the advice here, focus on one thing, is bang on true. You get there and say, I'm just going to take a month to just understand how car racing games work, because I love car racing games. I'm just going to be in the engine making cars drive around tracks. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to make the tracks. I'm not going to make a nice car. I'm not going to have lightning in the sky. I'm just making the car drive around the track. I think that's so important to focus on one thing. And
then finally from me, Dragon woke up and decided to speak facts. I think the best advice I've received is to keep it small and finish it. Now, listen, we've heard this time and time again, right? And if you're anything like me, you'll have heard this and thought, that's nonsense. It's got to be good. It's got to be perfect. I don't want to put it out if it's not perfect. But I spent years working on projects with this mindset, and then I had a realization. I thought, you know what? I'm sick of not finishing anything. I enjoy the game dev, but I want to be done with this project. I want to put it out. I want to have people play it. And I realized that the only way that was going to happen is if I accept it. It's going to be crap in places. It's not going to be the thing you want it to be. And that's okay, rather than, and that's a problem. I've got to work on it for the next two or 3 years more. So yeah, fantastic advice there.
So to conclude this advice from our community, listen to the advice even if you've heard it before. Listen to it, pay attention. Ask yourself, are you actually doing the advice? Are you implementing it? Because there's lots of good wisdom that we don't take on board. Common sense is not always common practice. If you have a piece of advice that you've received that you think is fantastic, please do share it with us so we can absorb that as well and remind ourselves about it. Throw it in the comments, and we will see you soon in another video.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to come and join our Discord community, there'll be a link in the description for you to come and join a community of like-minded people. Hope to see you there.